Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about The Hand from the Drain, which is one of my favorite episodes of Doctor Who. It's definitely in my top 5. Let's get started with our review of this wonderful episode. The episode opens with a news report that something has happened at the National Institute of Aquatic and Atmospheric Research, and it has been cordoned off. A news reporter, Jenny, who's doing the report, is quite nervous. She's shaking quite a lot, and she seems very uncomfortable with what's happening. This makes me think that something pretty bad must have happened there. But this isn't the first time that something bad has happened at this building. Because according to another news report from earlier that day, 2 people had been killed there earlier. The Doctor, Rose, and Mickey arrive at the building and they hear gunshots. They hide and they decide that they need to go inside the building to find out what's going on. We meet the character of Clem, who is the caretaker of the building, and he tells them that the staff have been locked down by military order. And he doesn't know what's going on either. He also says that nobody's meant to be there except for him and the Doctor. And that's when we see someone coming towards us. It is a scary scene, and whoever it is starts making these strange clicking sounds. And it turns out to be just a researcher called Max, who is trying to get into the server room to try and delete the data that's on the computers. He thinks that this will prevent the military from taking over the facility. The Doctor doesn't want him to do this because she wants to see if there is anything else that they can do to help. After they've gone, Clem asks the Doctor if she really thinks that the army are gone. Nah, come in and take over this place. He says that there is nothing in here that they could possibly want, and the Doctor assures him that they will win. Clem locks himself in his office, and then the Doctor goes into the server room to try and work out what's going on. She tries to access the data, and she finds out that it's all encrypted. That's when she meets Astrid, who is a researcher there, and she tells the Doctor that the reason why everything is encrypted is because they don't want anyone to know about what they're redoing. The Doctor says that she's not here to hurt them. She just wants to help, and Astrid warms up to her. And eventually she tells her about the experiments that they've been doing on her. It turns out that they've been using a device called the Puppeteer's Box to control a creature that lives in the drains below the Institute. They've actually been training this creature to attack people so that they can study its behavior. The Doctor and Astrid go into the basement where they can see the pipes leading to the drain, and Astrid tells the Doctor that the creature is down there right now. The Doctor grabs her sonic screwdriver and she prepares to investigate. Back in the server room, Mickey and Rose are looking through some files when suddenly the lights go off and Mickey switches on his flash. As soon as he does, the creature enters the room and attacks him. Fortunately, Rose gets away and she runs to the basement where the Doctor is. She tells the Doctor that there's something down there and she describes the creature to her. The Doctor uses her sonic screwdriver to listen to the pipes and she hears Mickey screaming. She grabs a crowbar and she smashes the pipes, which releases the pressure in the pipes and the water starts spraying everywhere. As this is happening, Max comes running into the server room and he tells Rose that the Doctor has gone into the drains. Rose is worried about the Doctor and Max says that he'll take her down there, but she refuses and says that she needs to stay there because the Doctor asked her to. Suddenly, more creatures start emerging from the pipes and attacking Max. He grabs Rose and he tells her that he's sorry, but he has to leave her behind. He runs out of the room and he leaves her there. I love this scene because it shows that Max has really changed. At the beginning of the episode, he was willing to sacrifice everyone in that building just to protect his research. But now he's willing to risk his life to save Rose. The Doctor is still trapped in the pipe system, and she uses her sonic screwdriver to create an energy field around herself so that the creatures touch her. She manages to make her way to the other side of the pipe and she sees the entrance to it close behind her. She's trapped inside with the creatures. Rose and Max make their way outside and they see the army arriving. The army tell them that they've been expecting them and they arrest Max and take him away. Astrid comes out and she sees the army and she hides. Rose tells Astrid that the Doctor is still down there and she needs help getting out. They go down into the basement together and they see that the pipe has been completely crushed. Rose uses her gas lighter to create a small hole in the pipe. and she manages to reach inside and grab onto the doctor's hand. She pulls her out, and the doctor emerges from the hole. The doctor thanks Rose for saving her life, and she promises that they will sort things out. The army are there, and they ask her if she found anything in the drain. She says no, and she tells them that she hasn't got time for games. They let her go, and the doctor decides that she needs to fix the hole in the pipe because it is releasing toxic waste into the river. Max is led away in handcuffs, and Rose tells him that she's sorry about what happened. He tells her not to be, and he says that he understands why she did it. He disappears inside the building, and Rose tells the doctor that she's going to leave him behind. The doctor looks sad, but he tells her to go and be with her boyfriend. Astrid watches them leave, and she feels guilty about what she did. She takes off her name badge and throws it in the bin. The next morning, Jenny is back reporting on the events of the previous day. She is much more confident now, and she talks about how everything has been cleared up, and it is business as usual. However, later on, we see the creature from the drain walking along the street that leads to the building. It stops outside the news van and looks inside. Jenny is sitting there, and the creature looks at her for a moment before turning and disappearing down a side street. I absolutely love this episode because it has so many great moments in it. There's lots of action, and it keeps you on the edge of your seat throughout. It also has some really dark moments as well. Like when the creature attacks Mickey and he is screaming and you're screaming. It's really scary. I also like the fact that they used CGI sparingly in this episode, which I think worked really well. And I thought the creature looked amazing. If I had to pick a favorite scene from the episode, it would definitely be the bid. Rose and Max are running from the creatures through the server room, and they have to jump over the desk just as the creature smashes through the wall behind them. It's such a thrilling scene, and it's brilliantly shot. Another thing that I really liked about this episode was the acting. Everyone was superb, and I especially liked the way the Freema Aggerman played Astrid. I thought she came across really well, and I felt sorry for her character, because even though she was a baddie, she was only doing what she was told to do. There are some interesting themes in this episode as well. One of them being the theme of animal rights. The doctor argues that the creatures should be set free because they didn't do anything wrong, and she says that they shouldn't be experimented on. The other theme is the theme of human nature. Even though the scientists were trying to do good things, like find cures for diseases, they were also willing to harm these creatures in the process. The main creature in this episode is the Hand of Fear, which is a physical manifestation of a person's fears. It grows in size and strength depending on how scared someone is, and it feeds on fear. The Hand of Fear is an evil and terrifying monster, and it's a perfect choice for an episode about facing your fear. Overall, I think this is a fantastic episode of Doctor Who, and it is definitely in my top 5. The action is thrilling. The scares are genuinely scary, and the acting is superb. If you haven't seen it yet, then I highly recommend it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. I'll see you next time.